All right. So today is the 14th August 2022, one day before
ये
independence.
बंद क्यों कर दिया?
तुमने तो बंद कर रखा था पहले।
मैंने नहीं बंद करा, हवा से बंद हो।
So can you mute yourself, guys, all of you? Thank you. And so all the DGCCs and all the PES juniors that we function from, would we be willing to destroy and unpaid it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, popcorn, shorts, boys, co-ads, and beyonds. So here we are today on a fun aging call. And today's topic is
Gifting and transaction.
gifting versus transaction. So what do you know about gifting first? What is gifting to you?
Gifting is like contribution.
Gifting is like one rule we have here that when you have to show your face.
I am sorry. Today I can't.
Why? What happened?
Not possible.
Why? Let me know.
I am in massage.
Okay, that's okay. I think that is the easiest excuse and nobody can say anything to that.
No, it's genuine. If you want, I'll just switch on the camera and put it off.
No, it's okay.
I didn't want it to miss your call.
Okay, cool. How did I get so lucky?
Thank you. Thank you for creating this space.
So what is transaction to you and what is gifting to you? Can anybody here tell me that?
Okay, so transaction is give and take, like, and that is in this reality कि किसी को दोगे तो उसके बदले we expect. So it's like balancing act. इतना दिया है इतना मिलेगा. That is transaction. And gifting is like when you don't when you there is joy to it. There is probably no expectation.
Gifting is when you do out of spirit of generosity.
Yeah, cool. Yes. What else?
And when you don't expect that you will get.
Okay.
Gifting is giving out of ease and joy, and no expectation, like no point of views at the time of receiving, like I will receive or not, and other things. Like it's like gifting. Universe has my back, and I can gift anything to anyone.
Like the universe gifts to you without any point of view or judgment, or in lieu, I mean, you will return it to it or anything like that. Is that right?
Like the universe gifted us Kanwal every Sunday morning.
I love you.
Oh yes, Kanwal, definitely. This is a gift from you to us, from the universe. The morning call, Sunday morning.
Yeah, thank you so
Thank you. Thank you for really contributing. Thank you.
Thank you.
So these are your gift calls to us.
Yeah, but this reality, give me the examples in this reality where people are doing transaction. Solid examples. Any example you can think of?
That's a transaction.
Sorry?
I said transaction is when we go out, buy something, grocery shopping, that is transaction. Buying dresses, and probably the classes that we are, that is also transaction.
Okay. Class is a transaction?
For some people, yes, it is a transaction.
All right.
That's what I perceive.
Okay. And
gift. Gift is like when again there is no point of view attached, when there is no expectation, as Harshita very well put it, like the calls that we are getting from you is without any point of view and expectation. Gift. Sun is giving us the light without any expectation. That's the gift. Air, that's a gift. So earth, whatever abundance the earth is giving, that is also a gift.
Okay. Anybody else wants to say anything?
Cover transaction of thoughts.
Transaction of thoughts. Explain a little more.
Like if I'm gifting something, or if I'm buying something, so we have lots of thoughts attached to it.
Okay. So how is that a transaction?
It's like in the form of energy. We give we give lots of vibrations and thoughts to others, and then we receive from them.
Okay, that's cool. Yes. Where did it come from?
From anyone, from everyone around us.
What was going on in your head?
Our perceptions.
Perceiving others' energy, like transaction is what? Len den, na? So it is in the form of anything or everything. It is in the form of money. It is in the form of buying others' reality, or it is like it includes anything and everything.
Yeah. Any kind of business that is done between two people.
Yes.
It could be financial transaction. It could be energetic transaction. It could be, I know, we don't even need words sometimes. Does transaction mean payment only?
No.
So what are the type of transactions we have?
It can be a barter.
Mm-hmm.
It can be giving your body in return of what, like prostitution. That's a transaction.
Yeah. Yes, awesome. This reality is totally 99.9 recurring functions on transaction. Even in with your children, even with your spouses, even with your, how often do you genuinely gift?
Rarely.
Can you think of any exchange or transfer of anything without anything in return?
Even if we are, we say that there is no point of view. अगर इतना गिफ्ट देंगे, like so called gifting, then also there is a hidden agenda of being validated, being acknowledged for what we are gifting.
Yeah, it's an agreement between a buyer and the seller. It is an agreement between marriage between spouses. It is an agreement between, how do we get married? In India especially. North में कम सुनाई आप देता है, but in South में everything is, what is prenup?
अगर शादी टूटी तो ये तुम्हारा ये मेरा.
Yeah. It is kind of an understanding. Sometimes you don't even say it in words, but you that's understood कि अब मेरी शादी करके जाऊंगी तो अब वो मेरा सारा ध्यान रखेगा और मैं घर घर संभालूंगी, बच्चे संभालूंगी. It's kind of a deal. It's kind of a negotiation, business deal. So can you think of places where you have done that in your life?
I can give an example.
Yes, please go ahead.
So it's like if I've gone out with a friend or so, you know, and I paid for coffee or dinner because it really doesn't matter. So in my mind, I'm thinking I'm gifting, chalo koi baat nahi, uske bhi paise de diye, like whatever. But somewhere deep down, the next time we go out, if that person doesn't buy my lunch or dinner, you know, चाहे मैं मुंह से कुछ ना कहूं, but अंदर तो मेरे चल रहा होता है ना कि भैंचोद मैंने तेरे को लास्ट टाइम खाना खिलाया था, ये करा था, वो करा था. Why didn't you do it back? So
Love you for that. Yes. Yes. Where else? Where else? This is very common. Let's think of some things where we have never even thought of.
So, transaction we are talking about, no?
Sorry?
We're talking about transaction, right?
Yeah, transaction.
Yeah, so even
Talk
even
about.
you know,
Okay, go ahead.
इवन किसी के दुख सुख में हमें ट्रांजैक्शंस ही होती हैं. हमें लगता है यार, मैं देखो तुम बीमार थे, जैसे मैं अभी हॉस्पिटल से आई हूँ, मैं भाभी शी गॉट ऑपरेटेड यस्टरडे, सो जस्ट केम बैक फ्रॉम हॉस्पिटल.
Okay.
सो कहीं ना कहीं व्हेन इट इज ट्रांजैक्शन, इट इज लाइक कि देखो तुम्हारी जरूरत के टाइम तो आई वाज देयर, लेकिन मेरा बीमार हूँ, ये है वो है, मुझे किसी ने पूछा नहीं. इवन एट द टाइम ऑफ डेथ पीपल हैव ट्रांजैक्शंस.
Yeah.
मैं 2 बार गया, 4 बार आया, वो एक ही बार आके हट गया. सो यू नो देयर आल्सो देयर इज अ ट्रांजैक्शन.
यहाँ शादियों पे वो बही खाते लिखते हैं, इतने उसने दिए, हम इतने देंगे उसकी शादी पे.
एंड इवन विद द किड्स एंड विद पेरेंट्स, लाइक बच्चों को बचपन में सिखाया जाता है ना कि देखो अब हमने तुम्हारे लिए किया, बड़े होके बच्चे जो हैं they are going to take care of parents. That is transaction.
Yeah, yeah, that is transaction. Definitely.
Parents expect expectations. कि सारी उम्र तो किया, बोलते हैं हमारी सोसाइटी में,
बिल्कुल
इस रियलिटी में
बिल्कुल.
कि अब आप बड़े बड़े हो जाओगी जी, आप रिटायर हो जाना, बच्चे
I
हैं
met a
आपका ध्यान
lady.
रखें.
I met a lady yesterday at my dance class, and she said she kept talking. मैं यहाँ खाना खाया मैं फिर मैं वो okay. So I got the picture of that she was living alone, and she kept on telling me things like they give me money, they give me everything, but they don't come. My children are in Delhi, but they don't come. They're very busy, they don't come. They give me money, they give. She kept saying that. I don't know how many times she kept saying that. And then she said, I said, how long you been here? She said 3 years. And I said, okay, good. Where do you stay? Like she kept, I didn't even have to ask. She kept saying that they don't come, and they have never, I got there, they have never come in these 3 years. And वो जैसे भरी हुई थी, she wanted to say something, but then चलो चलो उसको तो क्या कहना, अच्छा फिर मैं ना फिर अच्छा, you know, you could, the energy of that there wasn't any exchange. Money might be there, but there are so many kinds of exchange that we expect from our children, our parents, our in-laws. What if we lived without transaction and only gifting and simultaneity of gifting and receiving? What would the world be like? If the society wasn't transactional, what would the world be like? Can you think of it?
Lots of fun, joy.
Is it possible also?
Never thought of it even. No transaction at all.
Can we be the catalyst of change on the planet? And ask ourselves all the time, actually, am I doing transaction or am I gifting? Am I being me or am I being transactional? Even in banks, we do transaction. Everywhere. I can't think of any place where people say "माँ बाप unconditional करते हैं," but there also I don't see. Can you see any place where there is no transaction?
Well, हम खुद से भी बहुत करते हैं अपने आप से. The very first thing that is coming in my mind that I do a lot, like यहाँ तो तभी ही जाऊंगी जब कुछ मिलेगा. यहाँ मतलब मेरे मतलब यहाँ तो मैं घूमने भी अपने बच्चों के साथ तभी जाऊंगी if they will choose nature. I don't want to go mall. मैं मतलब मैं इतनी ज्यादा transactions करती हूँ. It's like coming in my mind right now कि बच्चों के साथ भी हस्बैंड के साथ भी मैं तभी ही जाऊंगी जब वो मेरी चॉइस का होगा. So this is transaction.
Exactly. I feel under the he transaction, there is.
No, Kanwal, that was a typo. So let me say that. So when you realize there is something like that, what I felt is under that is a need. So now, how do you address that? Sorry for the typo. Even I couldn't understand what that is.
Because I sometimes miss it also, and sometimes when I'm trying to read it, I can't. Okay, yeah. Very beautiful. Thank you for that. There is something behind that every transaction. What is that? Like she said, need. What else?
Purpose,
What is the purpose?
desire
Sorry?
of having something, desire of having
Those
something.
are words. Can you give me example? Where?
I can't do something for myself, so I do something for them. And then they do that another thing for me.
Yeah. We do for children because we need them to be with us. We do for our spouse because we don't want him to run away from house. We do it for our house, cleaning everything so that it doesn't fall apart.
So, Kanwal, I know this is very simple. If there's something I can do for someone else, obviously I can do it for myself as well.
Exactly, but we wouldn't. You are not on the top of the list.
Mm. So, are you saying that if we just can prioritize ourselves, then we do have all the power to do the stuff that we depend on others for?
Exactly. If you would look after yourself and honor yourself and all the 5 elements honor, trust, vulnerability, gratitude, and allowance of yourself, wouldn't you be that for everybody else too? It'll overflow.
Kamal, the word that
Should
is
not
coming
choose
when
that for what reason? Yes, yes,
okay, so when you said now what is behind the transaction, the
hmm,
one word that is coming is lack,
need.
and also the lack of self-worth, big time.
Yeah. Do we have to do business to make money, or are we doing business to create possibilities? Do we have to do things for our family for getting out from something from them, or do we do it for the joy of it, the greater possibilities, the greater future?
Hmm. Yeah, I got that because when you're operating from need, you will not be able to do that.
You can't.
You'll just become a slave to the
How much more ease, joy, success
stuff.
are we avoiding?
Avoiding what?
Are we avoiding and by defending that one should do this for me and I should do that for them, and they did not do that for me. How much of life are we avoiding, defending this reality? If you get over getting it right, how much joy could you have in every relationship? How much time do we spend on getting things right? Being following the manual. A mother should be like this, a daughter should be like this, a wife should be like this. How different are you willing to be, all of you? How often do we choose different? How often do we just keep following whatever this reality tells us to do? Deep down, you want to do something, but you wouldn't because they didn't do it. Is this transactional reality working? Yes, Harkirti?
Yeah, for that question, no, it's not working, and there is no ease. And there's something, it's not related to this topic, though. Can I ask?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Okay, so what I am getting present to very often these days is that many of the energies that I'm carrying are not even mine. It's like I'm left, right, center picking them up. And what do I do with that? Because it's like I remember when I was a teenager, I went to another part in the same state where I live in. I went to another part where the accent is it's a heavy accent, and people in my side of the part of the state won't understand. But I had gone there for a vacation for a week, and I came back with the accent. The language is same, but I came back with a heavy accent, and everyone would tease me here. And back then, I was like, "What is this? Like, how come my language changed in a week?" I didn't know anything, but now I get present. Like when I see a person behaving in a certain way, I instantly pick it up energetically. And what do I do with it? Because I would
First
like to
of
have
all,
peace.
first of all, pat yourself that you recognize that.
Yeah, doing that right now.
You are acknowledging that. That is the beginning of change.
Okay.
And then ask
Hmm.
and be aware and choose different. It's not that somebody is holding your neck and saying do that.
Hmm. Okay, so what's my need to do that?
Yeah, it is your habit or maybe a need or to please people. That's what we do. This is how we've been brought up. From day one, you have a biscuit in your hand, you don't want to give, you are just not even few months old, you don't want to give it to somebody else. You say, nahi, share karo na, भैया को भी दो ना.
You
Where
know,
are we coming from?
when you say that, I'm something that came to my mind is like, suppose there's a plate full of biscuits. Wouldn't the child pick it up himself and give it to the person sitting next to them? When we
Maybe,
show them there is abundance,
maybe.
I've seen that. Practically, I've seen that. When
Or
there's
maybe
just
you,
so
when you
much.
do it. How we have heard many times, I have heard, I'm sure you also heard growing up, that children do not do what you give the list
Correct.
for them to do, they do what you do.
I see that with my child.
Yeah. So, what if there was another way of doing things? Would you give yourself the gift and the ease by being you? That's who you are. Where's the lack? Where is the need? In this reality, we growing up pick it up. Now that we are getting aware of it and we have tools, what else is possible?
And
Allow
what
your life to be as ease filled as you would like it to be. Just a choice. And even if you pick up something from somebody, What's wrong with that?
I feel it's not being my true self. Once I do that, right?
So you choose something different. But you don't have to make yourself wrong for that to choose something different.
No,
You
no, I
choose.
wasn't making wrong.
Hmm.
I was asking for ease because I didn't understand the purpose behind it. And then I also got present to all that muck that goes on.
Yeah. Yeah. You became aware of it.
Thing that I can
What
notice.
makes me do
But
that?
yeah, but the energetic thing, suppose someone is irritated and then I pick it up, I'm irritated. I don't even have a clue that, okay, it's somebody's. I can just have ease with this. I can return it or do whatever. So
Now you have.
yeah.
Now you have. Who does this belong to? Just now I was okay, and suddenly I am getting annoyed. Well, who does this belong to? Who is in charge, my love? Is somebody else in charge of
Frozen.
your body, of your being?
No. Yeah, no, actually.
Yeah. What would it take for you to ask for all the capacity and abilities that you have, that you haven't acknowledged?
Yes. And also, Kanmal, when you were saying that is, even if it's transaction that's like operating out of lack and need, what I found is, especially in this reality, what happens right from childhood to growing up is one thing that's ripped off is your self-belief. And when
So
that
why
is
am I allowing you to not show your face?
it's because I just woke up.
So what?
Okay, let me just turn on. Just give me a second. There is my.
I was wondering what is this, that face is not moving. What happened?
No, also there's no
Cheating,
light
you were
in the.
cheating.
You didn't know that. You thought I was alive. Wow.
I knew you were alive, but I mean, I couldn't. I saw that picture, and I said, I'm going to ask her. Then it forgot, and then the picture again. I said, no, here there's something wrong somewhere.
Okay, okay. Okay, so what I was saying was is right from the time there are children growing up, we cut off the knowing. And that's the same thing that has happened to us. And we cut off the self-belief. And once that self-belief is cut, you always look at somebody to depend on for advice, for decision.
Yeah,
And that's where the lack starts because you're not tapping here. You have to look all
right.
around.
Yes,
So that
sorry, we didn't. I didn't hear the last line, Harkirat.
yeah, no, I was saying it's like we train people to cut off their knowing and they they don't have that self-belief anymore. That's the same thing that has happened. And when and then we look for everybody else that they're good at this, they're good at this. I should ask them. I should seek advice from them. Should go to them to discuss about my decision. And that, I feel that is the lack. When you cut off from your own self, the abundance is cut off.
Yeah. And when does that start? You have small baby. So how are you bringing up that baby?
Yeah, I'm being very conscious, but I'm not having a lot of ease still. I'm asking for ease. Because
You have muted yourself. Huh?
can you hear me? Can you hear
Hmm.
me?
Hmm.
Yeah, it's not just the way I'm with him, but it's every time I get present, I also have to look at what is it that's going on in me and address that. So that is exactly where I'm asking for some ease.
Yeah. Be aware where I'm going next, what I'm required to do next, being present in every now moment.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's so good.
And yeah, and what can I be to have ease with that?
Ask questions. Don't divorce yourself.
Yeah.
Guys, are you listening to those calls? Those are free. Are they free
Which
for
one?
everybody? I don't know.
Which
Divorceless
one?
relationship.
Yeah, it's free for everyone.
So why don't you watch them, guys? They're so good. Gary, Dane, Chris, Simone. Who has watched them?
I watched, I think, two of them.
Awesome. Please watch them. It's a free book club, Divorceless Relationship. There's lots in that. Because as a small baby only, we are trained to make somebody sit on a pedestal. Everybody. You don't know anything. Go and ask your chacha, go and ask your dada, go and ask your teacher, go and ask your. I mean, you don't know anything. Nobody asks your children questions. What do you know? So, ये गुंडागर्दी बड़ी अभी तक चलती है जब तक कोई समझ में नहीं आती, जब कोई टूल नहीं मिलता है. So we were talking about, hi Ritu, we were talking about gifting versus transaction.
So, Kamal, when we talk about transaction, there are certain areas, like we said, na, what will it take for us to be the catalyst of change and be in the gifting energy? So, when we go to grocers and or buy something, so there it can be gifting or it has to be transaction. Like money has to be given. Like
Tell me, can we be aware of where that has to be, where that's a transaction and where that is gifting? Nothing. I mean, there is no one rule to rule. There is no one rule from today I'm going to be that, and then I am just going to give money and not pick up anything.
So be aware. Yes.
Does that work for you? It's all about you, my love.
Yes. Got it.
It has to work for you. You require to do transaction there. People are expecting you to do. Go for it.
And also sometimes in certain relationships, people are only expecting transaction. They are not expecting you to give gift.
Which one will you avoid?
No, as in like
on this plane is functions from transaction. बच्चों को शुरू से मम्मा आपको प्यार करेगी अगर आप ऐसे करोगे तो, अगर आप नंबर लेके आओगे तो आपको ये मिलेगा. Like somebody was sharing yesterday.
अपनी साइड से तो हम गिफ्ट कर सकते हैं. If it is giving me joy, I can give in my relationships. And rest is other person's choice.
Yeah.
Transaction
But not doing transaction, then you don't not even thinking what the other person will do.
Yeah, that's what we can be the gift.
Yeah, when you're thinking of what मैं ऐसे करूंगी तो फिर वो उसको कैसे समझ में आएगी? That is transaction. That's not gifting.
Transaction. Yeah. So we can be ourselves.
Yeah.
And leave the rest.
Yeah. And please ask in in every situation, am I doing transaction here? And is transaction required? Just being present with what is required and what requires to be done here. Now you're buying a property, so you're transferring it. That's a transaction, but then you'll have to do paper. No, I'm not doing that because now I am going to be the catalyst for change on the planet. No, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
So you have to become aware of it. We talked about transaction. So now I will never do transaction. I will only do gifting. That doesn't work.
In our day-to-day relations, as in like कुछ रिश्तेदार ऐसे होते हैं जिनके साथ जो सिर्फ they are coming from, again interesting point of view, they come from that zone only कि ये transaction.
We are not talking about where people come from.
Okay, yeah.
We are not concerned where they come from. It doesn't matter where they come from. It only matters where I come from. What am I choosing? What am I choosing in my life? What choices am I making? I am the source of my life. I am the one who creates whatever I see in my life is I have created. Everything that's showing up in my life is the choices that I made. And now if I want my life to be conscious, aware, present, if I want to be, and I want to function from being me, is it transaction? And do I require to have a transaction? No right, no wrong. Am I gifting? What is the energy of gifting? And sometimes gifting to yourself, like being wrong is the greatest gift you can give yourself. When you're with somebody and somebody wants to prove their point of view, so you're right. I never thought of that. What a gift you could give to yourself by saying, I'm wrong, you're right. Because right after you say it, they say, no, you're not wrong. You just understood. That's what you wanted them to be. You can do that with so much of ease rather than sticking to the rightness of your point of view. When you're willing to say I'm wrong, the other person comes off their position because that's what they want you to say. Give it to them. Give people what they're looking for. They'll love you for it. And you can get your work. They might be eating from your palm next time. You don't even know. I'm sorry, I was wrong. It just any transaction that's going on that's not what you want will subside. Hi, Usha. Had a hot bath.
Hi.
So we were talking about gifting and versus transaction.
Transaction in what way? I mean,
what is transaction? What do you get? What is the meaning of it? And what do you get when that word comes up?
like giving and paying something in return.
So do we do everything by that in this life? The relationships, everything.
It is only gifting and receiving that is fun and ease, right?
And how often do you do that? And how often do you do transaction?
Every day.
Every moment, with every situation, with every being. We don't get that everything is a gift. That people are a gift.
Kanwal, can I ask something here about the transaction thing? Like giving, like working in a company, okay, that is, I know that is the duty and responsibility that we have to cope up what the company asks us to do it, right? Now, in that term, is it considered as a transaction for us to give more what they desire? I know it's not proving myself to be perfect. I mean, or oh, I can do more. No, not like that. I mean, to give more in advance, anything they ask and we give it in advance. Is it called as to be I know, like, you know something more than that person, like that? So my question is, what is the energy here, energy exchange for that company to us? Or what
So
contribution?
what I get is that I go for work, I get that much of money, whatever they expect, I give them, I don't give them more than that. That is clean transaction.
Okay.
But if you were coming from, do you love your work?
Yes.
Then would you be even considering, if you were doing your work, would you be even considering the time you spent, the work you did, or you would do it for the joy of it?
The joy of it.
So if you did it for the joy of it, would that be transaction? Or would that be you gifting yourself first, because that's the joy that you are getting from there? Thank you for giving me this space. All that you want to do at home with all the gadgets that they are in the school or in the company, you don't have them here. So isn't it a gift that you are there and you're using all of them and you getting a space to do what you would like to do there? And maybe they will just benefit from there too.
Okay.
Would that be transaction?
Yes.
No, that would
Oh,
be
no.
gifting. Transaction would be, you give me money, I'll go do this much of work and bye-bye. I won't do. You haven't paid me that much. I will not do more than that. If you're functioning from question, choice, possibility, and contribution, then each person's input becomes a contribution to the whole, and which creates a new possibility. Is there any possibility here? You have given me this money, I've done your work, bye-bye. When we are in the classes, I've heard many times Gary and Dale say that the reason we do these access classes is because each one of you contribute to it, to greater possibility. We give them money, they give us this, fine. No, is that really true? We are in 176, 8 countries. When I joined in 2011, they were only in handful of countries. With all of us, it created a new, not only them, they can't do anything without us. Sorry, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, but a person, if working in that company is not fruitful or it's not making good amount,
then leave it. What is fruitful? How do you measure that? How do you measure fruitfulness?
is for us. I mean, for the being, like, I know there is a judgment inside there. There's a judgment that उसने इतना दिया तो मैंने इतना काम किया, there's a judgment in that. So to get
judgment.
Yeah.
So
to have a greater possibility to shift to another company, that is also
can I say something?
Yeah.
The other company, you're taking yourself along. The common denominator is you. Have you heard that people just came yesterday and they got promoted?
Yes.
How does that happen? What does the company see in them and promote them and don't promote the others who are sitting there for 20 years?
Yeah, what is that?
Please, anybody can tell here.
Sorry?
Contribution the new person is.
Sorry?
The contribution that the new person is, how much more of himself or herself the employee is contributing.
Yeah.
What
Does
gift
does
is
that
he?
person see that, okay, they've given me this much only, I'll do? That person just does it
No.
because it loves doing it, and people, companies see it that, oh my God, she or he is such a contribution, and we want him someplace where we can, he or she contribute more. Each person contributes to the motion of the company, which creates new possibilities, which creates new choices, which creates new questions, and creates new contribution. Every time. That is the gift you people are.
It's not like that in that company. In the company
No,
is
just judgment. Forget about the company. How are you there? If you enjoy doing that work, you wouldn't even bother to see if anybody is giving you, paying you or not. That's why Gary and Dan say, what can you do whole day long without expecting, with not feeling hungry, not wanting to do anything, you don't know what the time is? What can you do whole day long for free? Can you do it
yourself.
whole day long for free?
Be within yourself.
Sorry?
Be within yourself.
No, what can you do whole? Just simple question. What can you do whole day long for free?
Teach
Is there
my
anything you give
favorite.
anybody here? Is there
Yeah,
anything?
I have. I
Sorry.
have.
Yes.
Teaching positive self-talk to children, because I did that once 7-8 years back, and it brought so much of happiness for me and the children. So when I would enter the school, they're like, come to my class first. Everyone, they would run out of their class, and I was like, wow, I never seen something like this in a school.
Yeah. So did you there, when you were working there, did you there think of you?
I wasn't working, I just volunteered.
Yeah. Look at that. And what if you could work there and get money? Wouldn't they want somebody like you? You will not choose that for what reason?
I'm not sure, Kanwal, they would want that because it's not formal education.
So there are so many places where today they don't have formal education. They have, there are so many places. My nephews and nieces went to.
I'm getting the energy, I'll do it.
How much freedom or how much joy would that give you?
So much.
So when you pick up a job, please ask, what do I love doing? And then let people pay you for it. Gary and Dane facilitated. People come from all over the world to pay them lakhs. Can you choose something like that for you? Is it possible? That is working, that is being not working from transaction reality and being a gift to the children, to herself, to the organization. I get it. It's very difficult. This reality is like that. We've grown up like that. How can we suddenly say, "Main hi de dungi sab kuch, mujhe milega nahi"? The first thought comes, what am I going to get from it? You go and sit in a go to a wedding, and there is this group, that group, that group, and you might have everybody in every group. You might have one person you know, and you would choose where. Thinking, oh, इसका कोई फायदा होएगा, ये तो गप्पे मारते हैं, ये तो यही है, ये. That is how it is. And it's wrong or right? No, it's what you are you becoming aware of where you functioning from? When you just go for everything, you choose different. then people want to choose because they see the ease in your world. We try to make sense of everything. And we go for how can we change it? What if we were in allowance of everything, whatever people did, and I just did what brought ease in my life? Anybody else has any questions, guys? Hi, Natalia. Nobody has anything to say? We are done. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Kanwal.
Thank you so much for your questions, darling. Just becoming aware of where I'm functioning from transactional reality and choose what works for you. Nothing is wrong or right. यहाँ पे तो मैंने नहीं करना. Don't judge yourself for me. I will do it or not do it. What's light? Sometimes that works. I think Dane did was it a tour of consciousness about transactional reality? I'll see if I can find it and post it.
Also, Kanwal, there was someone who did about plagiarizing. Do you remember who? On Facebook Lives, if I remember correctly.
No.
I'm searching all over because I just got present to how much we plagiarize, so I can't find.
I know. Let's keep this topic for the next time. Pleasure.
Yay! Yes. Yeah, I don't need to search for Facebook Live.
Nice. Search for that also. That must be yummy, and please send it to me too.
I'm searching. I'm not getting, and I'm like, am I even
Dane
starting
had
the
it.
spelling correct? Huh? Who did it?
Put it recently. Dane put it recently. I remember seeing that video. It was Dane that said, "How much of your life do you spend plagiarizing somebody else?" It was. I saw it.
Okay,
I'll
thank
send
you
it
for
to you.
that information.
Please put it in the
I'll
group.
send it to you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll send
thank
it.
you for that information because I'm going to look for it. But I remember some CF in India doing it.
Okay, so anybody finds it, please write it. Please send it.
Please send it. Please send it.
Help everybody.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. When you're willing to look for and seek out, the gift and the possibilities show up. Ask and you shall receive. We search for impossibilities rather than possibilities. If we search for gifts rather than problems, transactional reality, or anything else, we'll find it. And everything is a gift, guys. Remember that. What's the gift in this? That's what you need to ask in everything, rather than defining it, rather than going into the story of it. When you're looking to seek for gifts, possibilities, they are there, available to you. And you have interaction with the spirit world also. Transaction with the animals also. Do you listen to your pets? Oh, I will not, bhoot, spirit, I will not, I'm so scared, I'm this, I'm that. What, they could be a gift to you too. Can you ask them to contribute to you? Would you like to create your future with the spirit world? And start with yourself. Choose happiness, joy. Not because ये हो जाएगा तो फिर मैं खुश होंगी. ये नहीं है तो मैं खुश कैसे हो सकती हूँ? You give your control to, you give your remote control to all the people around you, they make you dance. When they don't do what you want them to do, you let them control you. For what reason? That's transactional reality. Okay, guys, it's 9. Love you all. Thank you for being here. So grateful for you all to have these, and something gets clear for me too.
Thank you so much, Kamal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I love you. Have a wonderful Sunday.
Same to you.
Kamal, thank you very much.
Bye bye.